Welcome back to the RTF podcast, where we refresh your feed so you don't have to. My name is Matt. His name is Marco. And this is episode 74. The f*** are you laughing at? What in the f*** are you laughing at? You like my intro?
You did like such a little subtle flex. You didn't think I
What? I did that. I was like... What the fuck?
Okay, jump into it.
Okay, a little bit of housekeeping. Let's start getting through it. Season finale of Secret Invasion. Disappointing in my eyes, partially. Some good, some positives, some minuses, but I think it was pretty good overall.
Overall, the show was good.
Just still a little disappointing in some ways, but I don't know, it's pretty good. Honestly,
They don't give you anything.
bro, we calculated it.
They don't give you nothing.
28 minutes of screen time, maybe.
Yeah, 5 minutes is the intro. The fucking the
Outro's another 3 minutes.
that's 8 minutes. The whole
29
episode
minutes.
was like fucking 37 minutes.
Literally 29 minutes for the whole episode. Couple really cool things though. Obviously, right at the end, spoilers. If you haven't watched it, skip ahead. I'll put a timestamp in the video. Spoilers, like the part where Emilia Clarke, what's her name? I forgot her name.
Gaia.
That's right. Oh, you're on it. You're on it right now, bro. You're on it. You got it. Where she gets all the powers, super sick.
Yeah, her
super. Yeah,
really cool.
but he's shit, bro. He's shit.
No, but they both get the powers. Like,
Yeah, but he's ass. Like,
she's just smart in the way she uses them.
yeah. They both have
Definitely.
D's though.
But the CGI, how they integrate like different characters.
You ever watch Rick and Morty?
Only with you when we're in Italy.
Oh, that's right. There's an episode of Rick and Morty that reminds me of the season finale of Secret Invasion when Morty gets his like super D'sed arm. He gets like one D'sed arm, and that's what they do a lot in that CGI sequence where they just give him the Hulk arm, they give him the whatever.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was really funny. No, but the visual effects, they were actually really good.
Yeah.
The VFX artists,
They did pretty good.
they went crazy
For
on
a
that.
TV show.
Yeah, bro. It was sick considering, but it's Marvel. So what do you expect?
I know, but then again, like the fucking show, like give me something at the end at least.
Yeah, leave me on a cliffhanger, you know?
Fuck.
So again,
Goes up into the sunset.
with his wife, with his thing. And bro, you heard me go ill. Bro, why is he kissing her?
And that's not a side that you've ever seen of Fury.
Yo, bro.
They made him soft.
Not even soft. I don't care that he's soft. He can be soft. She's gross, bro. She's a scroll. She's gross. You see her teeth? Whoa. Oh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
She's a girl. She's a fucking alien.
Yeah, she's an alien, but she's green and she's gross and she's probably scaly and she has the Thanos wrinkly chin. Like, why would you want to kiss that, bro? The guy's fried. Anyways,
It's okay. Yeah, the finale was a little disappointing. Like I said, give me a post-credit scene with something that ties into the next fucking all. That ties into another movie or ties into the next show.
Yeah. Yeah, keep it going, you know?
Show me something that's gonna happen. I don't know. They didn't do it. I thought they were going to be honest, but
Yeah, nothing again.
nothing.
It came up dry again. And I was hoping something would connect eventually, but definitely not. It was whatever overall review. I would say the series is probably not the best I've watched now that the season's over, but it's kind of past the really shit ones like we said, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel. Was it Marvel? Miss Marvel or Miss
Marvel
or just the Marvels?
No, the Marvel
It's the movie. It's just Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Those two were shit, except for actually Kamala Khan in Thing, and it was actually pretty good at the end with the train. Yeah, Miss Marvel with the train at the end. That's a kind of cool concept.
Yeah.
But this one was definitely better. She-Hulk was a shitter or whatever. But yeah, again, no correlation with what's going to be going on in MCU. Let's get into Oppenheimer.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Wow, bro. Wow. If you guys saw in our story, we did the pre-watch, post-watch review, 3 straight hours of sitting in the theater. Unbelievable. unbelievable in my opinion. In my opinion,
you're right. Totally.
like so many different things about it is what it really piqued my interest. Because I did a little bit of research before. I kind of ruined it for myself.
I did a little bit before, but not as much as you did.
Yeah.
But then I did more after we watched it.
Yeah.
Just to like go into the intricacies and kind of understand as to like certain parts that happened in the movie. And it just puts that whole like timeline into perspective as to what was going on in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. And it gives you a nice little like glimpse, because obviously we weren't alive.
Yeah.
And it's like, it gives you a nice little glimpse of like how crazy it was, like how communism was looked upon as, like obviously communism is bad, and it's like generally assumed
How you didn't know who was on your side and who was a mole.
and who was a scroll. Yeah. Basically, essentially. But like, I couldn't believe, number one, okay, first thing I want to bang out right away. The sound design was probably one of the best I've seen.
Fantastic.
The best I've heard
All
in a film.
movies have great sound.
Yeah, fantastic, like crazy good. And apparently, so obviously it's about the atomic bomb, whatever. That the atomic bomb, that blast, the sound of the blast, you can hear it in the Barbie theater.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Apparently, you hear people were complaining that you hear it in the theater over.
Good.
Fuck them.
Fuck Barbie. No, okay, that's not even. But yeah, fuck her. Fuck it. You don't like it, you go somewhere else. Fuck, you want to try to beat us in the box office? I feel like I'm Team Oppenheimer. You know, I feel like it's a war.
It's like one.
Yeah, it's like Barbie versus Oppenheimer.
You have everybody at the theater that's wearing pink, and then you have the people that are watching Oppenheimer.
War vet, the war vet tryhards there. I love war movies.
No, okay. Like if you talk about, let's talk about the Manhattan Project, because that was pretty big part of the movie too.
Yeah,
they designed like this city in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
and I think it
$2 billion.
$2 billion.
Yeah,
which is equivalent. I don't know if you saw, but it's equivalent to like 23 billion, like in 2021,
shit, bro.
like with inflation.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it, and I was like, 1945. I'm like, fast forward to today, $2 billion is not $2 billion.
No, hell no.
And I was like, is it 4? Is it 5 billion? I was like, it's got to be like 40 billion. I thought in my head like 40 billion, but it's not.
Yeah, 23 billion.
That's ridiculous, bro.
And it employed like 130,000 people.
I was
Come
thinking
up with a concept of that to fucking design a tool of mass destruction.
Yeah. And I was thinking about it, bro. And one thing that really struck me was last time when we talked about modern day Oppenheimers.
Yeah.
And how much research and things and whatever. But now, after seeing how like the negative connotation behind Nolan's message about nuclear weapons, it really makes you think. Like, you hear about nukes, you hear about, like, not joke, but like video games and whatever. You hear about that kind of stuff. And you don't really process, like, the actual implications and, like, what he went through because he invented it. Not invented, but, like, he was very responsible for it, right? So, when you see it, and, like, Cillian Murphy deserves an Oscar for that performance, like, in my opinion. I've seen a bunch of films. And another great performance from Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Wow.
Both of them.
Wow. Like, fantastic.
Great.
But, like, you see it, like, I don't know if you ever think about, fuck, man, this is like, when this shit was invented, this was crazy. And it's like hard times.
Revolutionary, man.
Yeah, hard times create that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, war times
created that.
Like, countries under stress, that they just fund the fuck out of science and research into these things. So think about it.
At that time, that's what they were doing.
Yeah. If you think about large scale wise, imagine what could have gotten done or what could be done theoretically if we were in a constant war or constant state of crisis, that we needed this. Because you take all the best scientists from around the world, you throw them in a fucking location, or the US in that case, you throw them in a location. You get them to concoct something. Let's say global warming is literally going to blow up the planet.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you've seen recently, but not called the global warming, but it's called global boiling.
Yeah. The one that someone from the UN said that.
Yeah, and the UN.
I saw
a state of global boiling, which is what does that mean? What's the timeline?
This month was the hottest on Earth in the last 120,000 years.
Wow.
The hottest this month, bro.
I believe it. I've been pretty hot recently.
Yeah, me too.
Pretty fucking hot. They, but like you think about it, it's like, imagine that concentration always. You throw a couple words.
You're focused on one thing and one thing only.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if it was like, okay, we want to get this AI to literally autonomize life. Put the best scientists in a city together and just let them go wild. The shit would come out. The shit would be invented. All these guys just bouncing info off of each other.
Yeah.
Give them 5 years, the shit's done. Bouncing ideas, bouncing theories, bouncing experiments. Like, I don't know. I personally think it'd be done.
Yeah, of course it would.
And if you did it on a global scale, we'd be fucking hella advanced. But like, there's tons of things that are involved there: home, family, this, attachment to lives and thing. But
things that go into it,
because there's a lot of convincing to get those scientists into Los Alamos at the time. So
yeah,
you can only imagine what kind of impact it would have on a global scale. But still, it's so interesting to see that like this is a possibility, and where it could have gone if, or what could have been done if there was another initiative that needed to be tackled. You know what I mean?
No, so true. It's crazy when you're watching the movie, you don't know exactly what happened at the, like, you know what I mean? You don't know like the behind the scenes, and it kind of put into perspective watching the movie, right?
Yeah, especially not being alive during that war.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what the fuck was going on there in that time. You know what I mean?
And Florence Pugh's nude scene
must have paid her big bucks to be in that, to do that.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah, they must have paid her big bucks. Fuck.
That was
and honestly, like a 2-second thing.
I don't know if she was wearing a bodysuit. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
that's what I heard from someone.
I'm not too sure.
But that shit looked real. That was great.
Looked fucking like it was her.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
It looked really real, and I was like, "This is a lot." After watching like the second full scene of it, I was like, "This is a lot of screen time." I mean, this is like 10 full minutes of screen time naked.
Yeah,
like minutes. Yeah. Like it's not a quick 30-second scene and see you later. This is like 10 full minutes. And I was like, I didn't think Florence Pugh would have been, you know what I mean? Like, you see her in Black Widow and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, she's so sweet, whatever. Like, she looks great in all those films.
She's always played a dark kind of character. You never think that she would have like a role like that. I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was interesting. Who was one of the bigger actors that you thought did a great job?
Emily Blunt was great.
Yeah.
She did a great job. Like low-key wife, kind of, you know, alcoholic, but still defended him. And, you know, she played that role, I thought, fantastic.
I like Matt Damon.
Yeah.
I liked his role as well.
Yeah.
I thought he was good. But the biggest thing, or also Rami Malek, he had the smallest role.
Small role.
But like the biggest significance.
At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did play a big significance at the end.
Yeah, that was interesting as well. But I gotta say, so for those watching or listening or whatever you may be doing, we didn't watch in 70 mil, but
we're gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna go, and we're gonna kind of compare and contrast.
Yeah,
and see what the vibe is, because apparently it's supposed to be better. Like we said last episode, it's supposed to be better, it's supposed to be great.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it was like really, really well done, and I would recommend watching it. Cillian Murphy's a fucking
definitely recommend watching it.
He's an animal, bro.
That was great.
Yeah, Barbie's next on the list, but we're definitely getting that done. Speaking of let's say Barbie or Bobby. Barbie. No, we're talking about Bobby now. You haven't seen it. I know you haven't. But the Bobby and Drake.
But I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's called The Really Good Podcast. Her podcast.
Yeah, apparently she's supposed to be really like quirky and really odd and really weird with her guests.
So do you watch The Chicken Shop Date?
The who?
With Amelia. The Chicken Shop Date on YouTube. It's a series.
No.
Anyways, I forgot her last name, but her name's Amelia. Forgot her last name. Shit. She's done like big names like Burna Boy, Jack Harlow. Okay. Drake didn't do one. Central C did one. There's tons of big names. Chunks, Philly, like all those big names, especially in the UK. It's based in London, I'm pretty sure. Same type of vibe as that for this podcast. First of all, I have no idea where this Bobby chick came from.
No idea.
No idea where she came from. She had, and all of her podcasts have been with massive
it's like people. She does Drake and she's everywhere.
Like massive people. She did Drake, forgot her other one, Lil Yachty. I'm going to pull them up here.
But did she did she come in the spotlight because of the awkwardness of their interview? Or
I think
all her interviews that awkward?
all her interviews are like that. All her interviews are like that.
But there was one part of the interview I heard where she was asking or he was asking do you have anything else to ask me? Or
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, at the end.
Yeah, I heard that. That's what kind of made it so odd or awkward.
Yeah, bro. Something about these like blonde white girls that do these interviews. It's really like entertaining. They're kind of just sitting there, kind of like minding their own business.
Hey, it's like it's got her all over the place.
Yeah, and they're kind of like giving like terrible interviews. Like they're doing shit interviews. It's like they're getting interviewed.
Yeah,
That's at one point. You know what I mean? It's like
they're doing something right.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch because it's not like a conventional pod where somebody sits down and they're like, "Oh yeah, tell me about your fucking career."
Yeah.
She'll just be like, she sits down, she starts a pod. She's like,
She started asking fucking random questions.
yeah, she'll just be like, "So when did you learn how to walk?" To Drake, she said that. She's like, "When did you learn how to walk?" It's like, "What?" It's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You were in a wheelchair. When did you learn how to walk?" Because of fucking Degrassi. There's like shit like that. Like they just meme, and he's like, bro, the best part of the whole podcast
I gotta watch it.
It's so good. The best part is like, she's like, "Am I your type?" To him, like it's just random. Like they were talking about something else, so she just hits him up, "Am I your type?" And he's like, "I'd do it." Doesn't even say, "Do you?" Yeah, I'd do it.
Doesn't he say he would hook her up with one of his friends?
Smiley, bro.
From
you know
Toronto.
Smiley? Yeah. Bro, Smiley, man. That guy is a meme. That guy's a full-blown meme. He's so funny. He's
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so she's gonna hook him up with Smiley, bro. That's so funny. The whole pod is good because it's number one, you don't see Drake like that. Drake did the Lil Yachty interview on the beach that time. I don't remember what it was called. It's like Lil Yachty's like interview show.
Yeah.
He did the interview with him. You saw that kind of like joking side of him, and like it's part of an artist's like obligation to not be too accessible. You get what I mean?
Okay.
So artists, like, in order to achieve a higher status, you can't be too accessible online.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So you can't be posting podcasts. You can't be posting like
every know what you do. You have to be careful and watch what you do.
Yeah, you're looked upon as lesser when you're just blowing through the content. That's why like you rarely see this kind of shit. That's why the podcasts with him blow up. They go crazy.
Yeah.
Because he rarely comes out. So when you see stuff like this, it's like, okay, you get to know them a little more, whatever, they're cool, like whatever. Like you know shit about Drake, but you don't actually know whatever. So you see them like off the like traditional camera to promote the album. You know his album is coming out.
Yeah, in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
For All the Dogs.
Yeah.
So generally they do this kind of shit to promote the album and raise that hype just before the album drops.
Behind him, yeah.
Yeah. So he did that. He did the two podcasts ish. The Lil Yachty one was a little while back, and then he dropped the Central C freestyle. That freestyle was Central C on the something radio.
I didn't hear it. I haven't heard it.
Fuck, I don't remember what it is. It's like on the road radio. No, I can't figure it out. I can't remember. Hold on, let me pull it up.
We gotta get a fact check on that one.
Yeah. On the radar freestyle.
Got it. You're close.
On the radar. What did I say? On the road.
Or on the radio.
On the on the radar freestyle. Central C is good, man. I don't know. You listen to Central C or no?
No.
Central C is good. I listen to a bit of UK rap, but
no, UK rap's good. I love it.
It's good. It's amazing. But Central C is the shit. He's blowing up. He's going crazy, especially on TikTok and shit. And
this album fucking changes the summer, man, because the music this summer has been.
Yeah, you were saying. So like
horrible.
So Drake's tour has been like crazy. The whole tour. I don't know what it's called. I don't know the name of the tour, but Drake's tour has been like really taken off.
Yeah.
With that like hologram, what people thought was a hologram, but it's just actually a version of a kid.
Yeah, somebody that looks like him as a kid. That's fucking wild.
Brings his mom on stage at MSG.
His dad's touring with him.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Coming in out of hotel rooms, asking like begging for that.
He hasn't done it in like fucking I think 6 or 7 years. He hasn't toured.
Yeah, and
of course it's gonna have all this hype.
And the tickets are crazy expensive, but what do you expect, right? But it's interesting, man. I'm kind of iffy on what is gonna happen for this new album. It could go soft, it could go really hard rap, and that's what I'm thinking it is. It's gonna be like actually like a rap album, not like a honestly never mind. It won't be like a thing. It'll be similar to like the one with 21 Savage. It's gonna be like rap, like legit rap, or hip hop, whatever you want to call it. But pivoting a little bit, we're gonna talk about the biggest thing in MLS soccer right now.
Yeah.
With Messi making his debut.
It's the biggest thing in soccer, not just
literally soccer. And obviously all the stars come out.
Yeah.
When somebody like that gets moved to a team. So Messi is on Inter Miami. He's literally blown up their market for sure.
Oh fuck yeah.
Sales, jersey sales, everything. And I'm gonna ask you a question following this.
Yeah.
But so I saw a stupid stat, a ridiculous stat. At Barca, obviously he was much younger, so it's kind of give or take, but this is like a cool statistic. It doesn't really like make a lot of sense if you think about his like position and the role he played in each of the teams, but it does make a little bit of sense. The minutes it took him to score 3 goals at each club once going there.
Okay.
Barca was like, I can't remember the exact number, but it was like 600 and something minutes.
Really?
Yeah, to score 3 goals.
Maybe because he didn't play much.
Didn't play much.
Started.
Yeah, so that's whatever. That's a number. That's a big number.
And then what did he do?
PSG was 444 minutes. I remember that number vividly. Took him 444 minutes.
He was either hurt or...
Hurt. He was in a playmaking role. He wasn't the attacker.
Yeah.
Right? Like he wasn't a striker, so he was like a little...
Yeah, he also came out of the bench, I believe, for the first little bit.
Yeah, so I get it. Take a guess how many minutes took him to score into Miami.
Like 32.
Okay, now it's just now you're gonna make my number sound shit. 63.
Fuck.
63 minutes to score 3 goals.
Well, sure. He scored the winner in that almost,
And he scored the 2 in the game after.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, bro. Like,
but it's like a fucking thing about it, man. The league that he's playing, it's a joke.
that's what I think about all the time, man. Like,
It's a fucking superstar playing in a men's league.
literally. And I think about that, and I'm
Not
like,
like shit about the MLS, but like the
comparison to European soccer,
quality of the sport in comparison to where he's been and the type of player he is.
literally played on the biggest stages known to mankind.
Yeah, and he just fucking won the World Cup.
Yeah, literally. And he's like maybe not the prime, but he's definitely still the GOAT. Like, you know what I mean?
A lot of people,
Arguably the GOAT.
not arguable.
But it's interesting, man, because you see, like, and I saw a stupid stat about how him and Ronaldo will never play in the same league again, and he has one more goal than him.
Oh.
You saw that?
Yeah,
Messi has like one more goal than Ronaldo in like all league matches or something like that.
They might never play each other again.
Yeah, which is fucking crazy. But it's like to see them go to these teams and just absolutely destroy. The way I envision it, the way I look at it, is it's like a retirement trip. It's like you want to retire in Florida.
The both of them, you mean, or like just Messi?
Just Messi. To me, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go just retire.
Yeah, essentially, that's what he wanted to do.
You know, and it's actually Florida. Like, no pun intended, but it's actually Florida that he's going to. You know what I mean? Like, you go timeshare in Florida, you fuck off,
Yeah,
and you just chill there while you're retired. And it's like,
he will.
Don't you want to push your limits? Like, you've been pushing them for so long, but like, bang out another couple.
So much.
I know, bare Ballon d'Ors, bare leagues.
What else is there to do, man?
Right? It's interesting. It's so interesting.
Copa America, you World Cup, Champions League. He's won the La Liga. Fuck
Everything. Literally.
That's the guy. What else do you want the guy to do? Ronaldo, on the other end, you can talk about being different, right?
Yeah, World Cup still.
I mean, he has in terms of domestic cups, he has them all just as much as Messi, but he has a Euro too, but he doesn't have the World Cup.
Yeah.
So him going playing this in Saudi Arabia is whatever. Him, it's just he went there for the money.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is crazy too. And I know you saw that what they offered Mbappe.
Mm-hmm.
$1 billion, man. Well, not $1 billion, but yeah.
300 for him to buy out for PSG to buy out his contract, and then 770 million,
yeah,
for one season.
That's unreal.
Just throwing out money.
You have to. Okay, so this is what we've talked about this before. That offer to Mbappe is kind of the world's recognition now of how net worth means nothing. net worth means nothing. Like someone's total net worth means nothing
because they can blow it out of the water.
They can just blow it out of the planet. Like when we talk about like, ooh, Elon's got this many billions. There's people in like
who money they have there is dangerous.
Oh my God, they're just sitting on it. They just got it in the matarazzo, bro. And nobody knows about it. And everyone's like, oh, Elon. Yeah.
Some people think it's bad though, man. Some people think it's bad for like sports.
It is terrible.
They just throw fucking money around like it's nothing.
It's
like
terrible.
What they did with the PGA. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
they essentially bought them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now with this and like offering them money, and there's so many people that have gone there now. And then now you see all the memes from like all the other athletes that were reacting to it. Like all the NBA players, for instance. NFL players that saw the number like, oh, it's
saying incredible,
like
turned it down.
Yeah, like the Saudi have a football league or the Saudi have a basketball league. Like, fuck, I'll go there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the money's ridiculous though, man.
The money there is ridiculous. That's the fucking funny part.
And people don't realize, and not that I'm a genius to figure it out, but I've said it when we were talking about net worths before. We've talked about like Bezos and Elon, and I've said it in the past. And you like, they can snap with the snap of a finger. It's like, here's $1 billion.
Yeah,
like $1 billion. Like, it's $1,000 million. Like the Soldi count is just off the chain.
It's fucked.
It's ridiculous, but
so much money. Yeah, there's so many fucking problems in this world that we can't figure it out.
Oh my God!
But they're willing to pay somebody fucking $780 billion.
Yeah, imagine $1 billion upon $1 billion.
$780 billion.
One guy
to fucking kick a soccer ball.
Yeah, just one guy, bro. And to turn that down, there's got to be. I was thinking about. There's got to be something else underneath there.
What do you mean?
There's got to be something else. A reason why he's turning it down.
Dude, he's in his prime, man. What the fuck? He wants to win a Champions League. If he goes there, he's like an outcast.
Yeah.
There's no market. You're not gonna see him. You'll never hear from him. You'll see him in like international stuff. But
yeah,
once he's gone, he's gone. But it's good because it shows that he's not just chasing the bag.
It's great. It's fantastic. And I think it's also kind of like, why would I just go there and play against shit people? Not that they're all shit, but play against shit people like compared to European soccer, and then just be shit because you're only as good as the people you're playing against.
Exactly. There's no competition for him.
You know what I mean?
He's the best player in the world here. If he goes there,
exactly, you're gonna be the best there, but then you're just gonna be slow. All the people that are getting beat up in Europe, it's like they're just gonna be ahead of you.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, man. That amount of money is fucking ridiculous. Moving over, I want to talk about Bronny.
And LeBron's son?
Yeah. It went to cardiac arrest and during practice.
It was very like low key.
Yeah.
Because when the report broke,
it was a little while after.
Yeah, it was like a day or two after it happened.
Yeah. It was like 2 days after it happened. But like, I think I said this to you before. It's gotta be like, I get it, cardiac arrest, you don't know, like,
no, you definitely.
If you're an athlete, the shit happens, whatever it is. But there's gotta be something about the stress.
Yeah.
And this is maybe
at a young age.
Yeah, maybe me coming from arrogance, not even thinking about what else it could be. Like
no, it's not arrogance. You're just thinking outside the box.
You know, like it's got to be coming from stress of the pressure, being drafted.
There's a lot of athletes that fucking shit like that happens to, man.
Yeah,
like Christian Eriksen happened to.
Yeah, that was a World Cup, no? Euro?
It was Euro. Yeah,
Euros ago.
Ronnie, obviously, Hamlin. Last year, who else? Even Thing had a heart issue. Shaquille O'Neal's son.
Oh, did he? Yes. No, that was. I think Sharif? That was. Sharif.
Yeah,
that was different.
Yeah, no, it's prominent. I mean, it's fucking scary to think of because you would think that these athletes that are like, supposed to be super super healthy. So it's like, fuck, what really is the cause? Stress definitely plays a huge role.
100%. 100%. And I don't know, man, it's like school upon between like school and all that shit, because first of all, athletes have to be like,
well, you have to
top students.
Yeah.
You can't fuck around.
Especially when you go to these high Ivy Leagues, like not Ivy League, but especially
like the big
schools. Yeah.
Yeah, which is so interesting, man, because like they're already under so much pressure, and then you're just rinsing them for everything they got. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it there for today. That was good. That was a quick one.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's good.
Talked about some sports today again.
Hell, come with that theme.
Yeah,
I like this.
Just like one or two topics, but yeah, we're getting there, So we do have to watch. We do have to watch Barbie.
Yeah. Review incoming next.
That'll be sometime this week, and obviously Oppenheimer and 70mm. Excited for that.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing we'll talk about before we end off. So, Daniela Hemsley, I know you saw this. The boxer that flashes the crowd after the W, after she catches the W.
Yeah. I saw like a glimpse of it.
A little snippet on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because that's the only place you get the good stuff is on Twitter. You have to. Yeah, that's where you have to go.
Yeah.
And that's why Threads is taking a shit. That's why Threads is fucking off. Because literally all the good stuff's on Twitter. But yeah, bro. First of all, number one, okay, what are you thinking?
Did she give a reason why she does it? Like,
I didn't look it up. I'm gonna see if I can find one. But she gets the. I don't know. She flashes the whole crowd. Whatever.
People inside the ring don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
UFC or boxing, they don't care.
That's
they
true.
Have a filter.
That's
in
true.
interviews, they say what they want. They fucking do what they want. They don't care. That's
I know.
Type of athlete that doesn't give two shits what to say.
Contact sports you're right, bro. Too many blows to the head. Too many blows to the fucking head. The cauliflower ears. Have you seen a video of people getting their cauliflower ears drained?
No thanks.
It's the most disgusting thing on the planet.
It's fucking gross. I can only imagine how fucking disgusting it is.
People can take like 30 cc's of blood out of your. I don't know what 30 is. 30 a lot?
I don't fucking know.
Like 50 cc's of blood out of your ear, of the syringe. Disgusting. The most disgusting. But yeah, okay, one there for today. Okay, we have much more to talk about next week because I have a couple things planned. But yeah, if you're listening to the episode, thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you as well. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you like this episode, subscribe to our Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, wherever you may be listening to. That was it for episode 74. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
The merch is still available. We have a couple, very few things left. You saw it. There's only like 3 or 4 shirts left.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 or 3 sweaters, depending on your size. Make sure to let us know if you want those. But yeah, again, make sure to keep up to date with us on our Reels, our TikToks, our YouTube Shorts. We post daily. And yeah, that's it. We refresh your feed so you didn't have to. Mark, thank you again.
Have a good one, guys.
Ciao.